Alright, now look, listen. These are the things that made Deepwoken so dry. Before the Layer 2 drop and even after the Layer 2 drop, Deepwoken was dry for such a long time. We were just in a drought for at least 6 to 7 months. Recently, we have gotten a good patch with the Battle Royale and the new Surge path and an actual like good new content update. So it's like Deepwoken is right now in its little fun stage. But for a very long time, Deepwoken was extremely dry. And there's really two very good reasons on why Deepwoken was so dry. Number one, we have the progression. Deepwoken's progression is the most fun and the most boring part about Deepwoken, because on one hand, you know, making new builds, PvPing with those builds, it's like watching your builds become really good. It's extremely fun and extremely like the funnest part about me progressing, but it's also extremely boring because the traveling is so fucking slow and you have to kill the same NPCs, and doing Layer 2 is the worst thing in the fucking game, and blah blah this and blah blah that. At the build flops, you just wasted like 2 or 3 hours unless you go the fast way, which I'd never do because going extremely fast means your build's probably gonna be dog shit. But anyways, that's only partial. Really, the main reason on why Deepwoken was so dry is the content updates not actually being new content updates. You feel what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, we all know when Iron Sing was getting new monsters and new like talents basically every single week, but it was getting new talents and new monsters to remove the fact that Iron Sing was lacking in talents and monsters. Obviously, Agamatsu said himself, Iron Sing was lacking in talents, as it had like 10 or 7 talents that weren't even creative. Recently, it gotten a lot of new talents, a lot more monsters, and it actually felt like a new attunement. But at the same time, back then, it just felt like a subclass. Or when they added new monsters for Gale to actually, you know, buff Gale, because Gale is one of the weaker attunements in this game. It still is one of the weaker attunements in this game. That's highly debatable. We could have an argument for that. You feel what I'm saying? Like recently, I got a mobility mantra. I bet y'all didn't even know Gale didn't have a mobility mantra for at least like 2 years. No mobility mantra. The times it actually felt like we've gotten new content, like in an actual content patch, was when we got new legendary weapons and new oaths. And the problem with that was that some of the oaths were extremely easy to get. For example, Fade Trimmer, that shit is fucking, that low-key pissed me off that oath even dropped. And some of the legendary weapons are also extremely easy to get. I'm talking about one Layer 2 run and you had legendary weapons, which means you would get the content and speed run through it, which is also another problem. The YouTubers, bro, the content creators, they would speed run the content, show you how to get the items and get the talents and yada this and yada that, and you would get it and it would take like 20 minutes and then you're off the game again. And it's just a long fucking drought of just making builds and PvPing and making builds and PvPing. Now recently we've gotten blessed with weekly battle royale, Conquest is coming soon, Void Tower is coming soon. We have a new Surge path to play around with. So recently we have a pretty good like standpoint, and with the updates being moved to Friday, your weekend is now more of a good weekend. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like Deepwoken right now is in a okay spot, to say the least. Yeah, that's all I got. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys in my next upload. Fuck you.